G'day guys, thanks for joining us here on Adventuring Pals. In this video we're going to be showing you 3 of our favourite things we did in Katherine, Northern Territory. So let's get into it.
So the first thing we did in Katherine was check out the Katherine hot springs.
Yeah.
It was stinking hot when we went there, and this was still coming out of winter.
Yeah.
Yeah, so can't imagine what it's like in the summer. But we went there in the afternoon and we drove past this place a few times, but it's not until we went actually into the hot springs did we see what was there. It was beautiful. It was like an oasis.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful blue water, clear, full of fish.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fish and little shrimps and things we saw in there,
Yeah.
so it's worthwhile taking your snorkeling gear in there.
Take your goggles because there's stuff to see.
Yep.
And the boys loved it. Just
Oh yeah.
The temperature was fantastic.
It was like 32 degrees, something like that apparently.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was so nice. So we spent ages there. We went there in the mid-afternoon and we stayed there until about after 6. And I tell you what, we noticed that as you got like later in the day, you know, closer to 6 or whatever, heaps of people left, and there was only like just a few of us left there, and we all had our like little section to ourselves, because it's quite a long little creek, and you have like a top pool there with a little waterfall, and then you have like a little creek goes up and go under this bridge, and another little pool, and then it continues on around the corner, another little pool with a big waterfall and a massive little pool over there. So there's plenty of room there to find yourself a nice little spot. It may not be that quiet, but I tell you what, it's definitely worth it. And you know what, it's not too bad going when there's other people around, because you get to, you know, you sort of all in the same boat, you're all traveling around, and you go into these places, so you get to meet people that are doing the same thing as you, have a yarn, make some friends. They'll give you advice on what's to come, and you can give them advice to what's to come for them, you know, because you're going both different ways or whatever. But it was really good social thing anyway. And then yeah, we had plenty of space to ourselves to swim and dunk and muck around and all that.
And it's wheelchair accessible.
Yeah. So from the top car park, there's wheelchair ramps all the way down to the water, and even wheelchair ramp that you can actually take the wheelchair into the water if you want, which is pretty awesome to see. Hey.
Yeah, amazing.
So getting access into the water itself, you have some stairs and ladders, or like I said, that a wheelchair ramp. So it is pretty friendly for anyone who wants to go there, really. Okay, so the second thing you have to try when you go to Katherine is the Katherine Outback Experience with the legendary country music singer Tom Curtin.
Moving up sheep, fixing up fences, talking horses till we were blue.
Hey, come and tell everybody about Tom Curtin and the Katherine Outback Experience. Did you like it?
Yeah,
Tell them why you liked it.
because he rode in on the horse,
Yeah, and?
playing a guitar.
Rough old hands glued to the wheel, eyes full of sand from the way they feel. Lights coming over the hill are blinding me.
And what else? Did you see any animals?
Yeah,
What animals did you see?
horse
And?
and dog,
And? And what else?
goat.
Huh?
Goats.
Goats. What else?
Leucistic buffalo.
Leucistic buffaloes?
And a fun fact, they even used one of those buffaloes in the movie Top End Wedding. So if you've seen that and you've seen a water buffalo, it's from Tom Curtin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The show itself was really good. Like I said, they had the main show going, and off to the side they had all the other animals that if your kids got enough, wanted to go and feed them and all that, they can go and do that.
Yes, it was amazing. We didn't know too much about this whole experience until we got to Katherine, and we saw on wiki camps it's a highly rated thing to do, so we thought, why not? When in Katherine, got to do that. And it was amazing. Like from the moment we got there, it was they were very friendly, accommodating, especially with our kids who were getting a bit restless. They were very interactive. The kids could go and pat the animals, feed the animals, run around, and and while the show happened, so it was entertaining for all. We got to learn so much about training horses, dogs, cattle dogs.
Legend, are you getting tired? Very cool. Do you want to roll out the swag, you
Are
fella?
you getting
Oh, look,
tired?
he's gonna roll out the swag.
Good. Good.
I'm going to sleep in the slide.
Good. Can you please lie down, mate? Please lie down, mate. Good. Good. Close, isn't it? He's got all 4 feet.
And obviously be entertained by Tom Curtin himself, who's quite a legend, I guess.
Yeah, quite a legend, quite an award-winning country music star.
Yes, you got to see all his golden guitars on display there.
And since the show, I didn't really wasn't into the music too much beforehand, but since the show I purchased a couple of albums, and I tell you what, the kids are loving it, and we are listening to it every day while we're on the road. They go as soon as I jump in the car, Dad, can you put on some Tom Curtin? So
Yes.
it is awesome.
They love it.
Love it, and it is really good show too. And also during the off season, they actually take this show on the road, so they might come to a town near you, and if you see the Katherine Outback Experience show advertised out of town near you, I would highly recommend going and checking it out. It is really awesome, hey?
Yes.
Thumbs up from us on that one.
Thumbs up.
Now, last but not least is to take a cruise in the Katherine Gorge.
You got to go to Katherine
Oh
Gorge.
my God,
Yes.
stunning, hey?
Go to Katherine, take that extra, was it 45 minutes? Not even out of town to Katherine Gorge. Yep. And there's a lot to do there because there's like 13 gorges, so it's a lot to take in. So there's a few different ways you can do it. We were very unprepared, not much time, so we did the 2 gorge cruise. That's a very popular and affordable one to do.
And a very easy one to do, you know. You can go and take a kayak, and you can kayak up there, and we can take a helicopter flight, which is expensive but pretty awesome, I'd say. We didn't do it.
Yeah. Or you can walk.
You can walk. We just took the boat cruise. It was easy with our kids. Goes up the gorge a little bit, and then because the gorges breaks up, that's why I would say 13 gorges. It breaks up into bits where the water, where you can't take the boat across. So then you get off the first boat. Short little walk, which is awesome. You go up, you can see the gorge walls, and you can see the Aboriginal art on the gorge walls, and then jump on another boat, take you upstream a bit further, turn around and come back. The whole time you've been given information about the particular areas you're at by the guides, and even information about like some of the places where they had movie shoots, like Top End Wedding and another one, I can't remember the name of it.
That Rogue, the crocodile one.
Yep.
And there's been a few, like We Are the Never Never.
Yeah, there's been a few movies. It is scenic, as you can imagine.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was pretty awesome too. So I think all those 3 combined will give you a great idea of what it is like in Katherine, because you got the Outback Experience, where you got the horses and all that country life. Then you got the gorge, which is the natural beauty of the place, and the Katherine Hot Springs that you can cool off and relax and enjoy. I think if you do those 3, you will get the genuine Katherine experience.
Yes. Great town. Can't wait to go back one day.
So good.
Yeah.
There is a lot more to do in Katherine too, mind you. Heaps more cultural experiences and guides and tours and loads to do. But I think if you do at least those 3, which can be all done probably in a day even really, you will get a really good idea for what it's like around Katherine. Anyways guys, thank you very much for hanging in there and watching this video. If you enjoyed it, if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up to let us know that you are liking it, and I'll catch you on the next one.
Yeah,
See ya.
bye.
G'day and welcome to Adventuring Pals. Join our family while we work and explore our way around Australia. We packed up our lives into a caravan and hit the road full time in March of 2019. Our kids were just 1 and 2 years old at the time. We share with you our journey, our adventures, our ups and downs, and our tips from hard-learned lessons. We do this in the hopes that it may help you plan your very own epic adventures. We welcome you to follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel where we upload new videos every week.